Today we're going to be running through how to balance your camera on the DJI RS4 Mini gimbal. Let's get started. So first thing you're going to notice is we have the gimbal itself, and then we have two plates here and a tripod handle. So let's start with the tripod handle. There is a 1/4 screw socket on the bottom of the gimbal and a 1/4 screw on the tripod. So let's go ahead and screw that in to start. And just like that, we have a nice gimbal on a tripod. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do is unlock the tilt motor. This is the tilt motor. The roll motor. This is the roll motor. And then this is the pan motor. We're not going to unlock that one right now, just the tilt motor. To do that, you flick this little switch up and now it's free to move. Now put it in this exact position. We're going to turn it about 90 degrees and then lock it into place. So that should lock it into place, okay? Now we're going to lock the roll motor into place. So you saw what I just did there. There's a clip right here that you flip, and that's going to go into position. So all I did was unlock it and then put it into position, and then I locked it. So now you're left with a gimbal where you're able to attach your camera. Now, how do we go about, how in the world do we attach our camera to the gimbal? There's two parts that are important here. So right here is your upper quick release plate. This is your lower quick release plate. The upper is going to attach to the camera. The lower is going to attach to the gimbal. So first, let's take care of attaching the upper quick release plate to the camera. And again, the quick release plate has a 1/4 screw on it. There's also a lip on one of the ends of the quick release plate. So that one is going to go towards the front, right? The lens part of the camera, not the back, right? Let's find the screw hole. And there's like a turn key type of mechanism down here so we can screw it on in. Okay, let's get that on. Nice and snug. You don't have to over tighten it, but it needs to be snug. So flip the little switch there. To attach the lower quick release plate, what we're going to want to do is slide this part directly onto the gimbal, right? Onto this part. So what we're going to do is, and this part's going to lock it in place. Check this out. You're going to hear a click. So it's clicked, it's in place. So if I move it forward and back, it's not going anywhere. The only way to take it off, just so you know, push this pin in and then it'll slide right off. But we want to attach it, so all you have to do is attach it like that, and you can actually make some fine adjustments with this knob on the side. Okay? So how do we go about attaching our camera to the gimbal? Make sure the lower quick release plate lever is in the unlocked position. This would be locked. This is the unlocked position. If it's in the locked position, we won't be able to slide this onto the quick release plate. Okay? So all you do, it slides on just like that, and it's not going anywhere, right? Now let's say you wanted to take it off. This pin right here keeps it in place, right? So let's say you forgot to lock your lever. It's not going to let it fall off, which is a really nice feature. So let's go ahead and lock the lever so our camera stays in place. And just like that, we have attached our camera to the gimbal. First, we're going to adjust the tilt motor. We have to make two adjustments. The first adjustment is how far forward or back the camera is, and then how high or low the camera is. So let's fix the how far and how forward the camera is. So right now, I'm going to unlock the tilt lock, and with this knob, I'm going to adjust exactly where the camera center of gravity is perfectly aligned. That way, when I leave the camera alone, it doesn't swing to the front or it doesn't swing towards the back. It's perfectly balanced using this knob right here. So if I move it, if I push this forward, it's too far, it's front heavy. If I move it too far to the back, it's back heavy. So what you have to do is make some tiny adjustments, see how we're getting closer. And when I let the gimbal go, make these tiny adjustments. And when I leave the camera alone, now it's back heavy. When I leave the camera alone, it's perfectly balanced. So I'm good with that. After each adjustment, make sure to lock the lever. Otherwise, it'll move and it'll become unbalanced. Next, we need to take care of the vertical tilt, meaning how high or how low the camera sits on this axis. So what we want is for the camera to lie perfectly straight up and down when we set it. So I got lucky right there, but let's say it was completely out of whack. Let's see, let me unlock it. So make sure the vertical tilt is unlocked. Right, this would be in the lock position. Up is in the lock position. And if I move it down, it's in the unlock position. So now I can move it up and down. And what you're going to want to do is make some micro adjustments. I've always found that it's easiest to move it up and then adjust it coming down. Use gravity, right? And you want to make small adjustments. It's still back heavy, so it needs to go down a little bit more. Still back heavy, so it needs to go down just a tad bit more. So you want to hold the camera in one hand and then in your other hand make those micro adjustments. So DJI says if your tilt axis is properly balanced, you should be able to set your camera at roughly a 45-degree angle and it should not move. Right? Either facing the lens down or facing the lens up. So that's how we know it's perfectly balanced, at least the tilt motor. Okay, so that's what we want. We're going to lock it. Make sure we lock our tilt motor, right? Flip this switch down and it's going to lock into place. It's not moving anywhere. So next, we need to take care of the roll motor. The roll motor, you guessed it, has a lock and a lever on it, right? There's a lock right here. Flip it off, and now we're free to move it. Now we're free to move it either way, okay? In addition to the lock, there is a lever on the bottom that controls that keeps the arm in place, right? So if I can pull this out, okay, with this lever unlocked. So in this situation, as you can tell, the gimbal is too far to the right because it's right heavy. So the way to do that, we need to counteract that. So we need to push the arm to the left. So by holding the roll axis motor and holding the arm, push with your right arm to the left. So it's still a little bit too far to the right, so I'm going to push it to the left slightly. And you want to make small adjustments. That's getting a little bit better. See how it doesn't turn as much? Now I may have gone too far. You're going to find that once you start getting closer and closer to your target, it's easy to overshoot it. So you just want to make slight adjustments. So I think that's good enough. When I have it set, the camera doesn't move left or right. Okay, so I'm going to lock the motor in place and then also our lever that keeps the arm from moving. If we forget that, the arm is going to move slightly left and right, and then we're going to become unbalanced. Okay, so the last motor is the pan motor down at the bottom. So just like the other motors, there's a switch that keeps it moving back and forth, right? It keeps it in place. If we lock it, you can't move it. So let's go ahead and unlock it and unlock the lever. So now we can move it freely, right? We can pan, but we can also move the arm forward, right? Let's see, forward and back, forward and back. This lever allows us to move it forward and back, right? When we lock it, we're not able to move it back and forth. Okay. So what we want to happen with this one is when we unlock our gimbal, we should be able to, let's see, turn it sideways, unlock our gimbal, but keep the lever locked. Tilt it at about a 45-degree angle, and it should not move. It should stay in place. You see how it's kind of moving to the rotating clockwise? That means that it's too far forward, right? It's too far forward. Now let me show you what it looks like if it's too far back. What does it do? Well, it's going to go the other way. So when we hold it and then tilt it, and now it wants to go the other way, the opposite way. So the way to balance it is basically to make some minor adjustments. So I unlock the lever and I'm going to slightly push it forward, and then I'm going to test. Hold your motor, turn it about 45 degrees, and it's still a little bit back heavy. So at this point, you're only making slight adjustments. Unlock our lever. So we said that it's back heavy, so we need to move it forward slightly. All right. So let's hold it. Tilt it at a 45-degree angle. Now it's a little bit too far forward. So you get the point. You're just going to be making small adjustments the whole time. So you hold it, tilt it, and it should not move. That's how you know the roll motor is balanced, right? It doesn't go back, it doesn't go forward. So I'm pretty satisfied with that. Last thing you need to do is calibrate the gimbal. So what I'm going to do is turn this on, and you do that by holding the power button on the side right here. Hold it for about 3 seconds and it'll turn on. Let's see. 1001, 1002, 1003. There we go. All right, so all of the motors automatically unlock. So now that our camera is perfectly balanced on the gimbal, we need to go through the calibration process. It's pretty easy, so all you have to do is go to the main menu. On the upper left-hand corner, click on the icon. That's going to be the auto-tune icon. And from there, there's going to be a button that says Start Calibration. So that'll calibrate our gimbal perfectly with our camera. So I'm going to click Start, and it usually only takes about 20 seconds. So now it's starting. And it's going to be going through the process. 50% done, 70%. Okay, 100% done. Now we can use our gimbal. There is going to be a green check mark that says gimbal calibration complete. All you do is click confirm, and now you're ready to use your gimbal. It's perfectly balanced, ready to go. So that's how you balance the camera on top of the DJI RS4 Mini.